There we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a series I am excited to bring you. This is a game I grew up with, and I have loved to death ever since. It still is one of, if not my favorite game. I'll let the opening do the introduction for itself, I guess. But I'll let the opening do its job. This is Dark Cloud, a PlayStation 2 RPG dungeon crawler world building sim. Awesome game. I've wanted to record this game for longer than I've had my channel, to be completely honest. I'll go in here so that I don't get kicked back to the thing. This is an amazing game, and I want people, even if no one really watches my channel, I want some kind of extra exposure for this game. Regardless of how much exposure it already has, it needs more. It's amazing. I'll show you more as we go, obviously, but I can't do no more anyway, so. Actually, no, just leave it on just in case. Anyway, this game was known as PlayStation's answer to Zelda, and for good reason. The song playing now is a song known as, I just had the name. Literally just had the name. What was the name? Why can't I think of it? Broken Promises. There we go. I'll actually let this play a bit before I, do anything. Song, as I said, Broken Promises, is one of let's say, my 4 favorite songs in this game. And it's a perfect example of how the music easily matches that of Zelda. Now, let's get to it, shall we? A book was found in some old ruins. All the scholars who decoded it puzzled over the mystery of the book. Let me turn this down. A world with 2 moons illuminating the sky. The many dazzling adventures of a young boy. But whether or not this is a true story, do you believe in the story woven in this book? Maybe it's a fantasy that only existed in a boy's heart. Let me tell you this story. This ancient book tells of a magical and magnificent fairy tale. And the hero of this wondrous tale, whose name is... His original name is Tone... I don't know. But this is a game that lets me actually put my full fucking name in, so I'm gonna do so. This is another one of my favorite songs, so I'll be quiet and let it play. You've gathered quite a few of them. I had a hard time finding dancers with the right qualifications. Look at them. Their dance of blood. Mixing the blood of witches with that of humans is the key to breaking the seal. However, I do have some problems. Problems? In order to procure such good material, you need adequate, whatever. I see. You'll be paid extra then. That should suffice. Yes, sir. Thank you. Equity. That's what it's called. Very soon, sir. Let us enjoy the ceremony in the meantime. Equity. That's what it's called. Flag, sir. Do you know the legend of the Dark Genie sealed in the urn? Of course. How much money do you think I put into acquiring this urn? I've been waiting for this for years, and now its legendary power will be mine. "400 years ago, the Genie of Darkness appeared in the east, and with its evil power, the world was burnt away. What do you intend to do with such frightening power in your hands?" You'll see. Here we go. It is the Almighty. Oh, so now is the time. Yes, sir, it does seem so. Now is the time for the almighty Fat Man! I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself, okay? Oh, he has a blue tongue. I never actually noticed. This is the Dark Genie. Well, it's quite different than I imagined. The Ancient Genie. This is it. Hey, who are you guys? Welcome back, Genie of Darkness. I broke the seal and released you. Therefore, I am your master. Oh, is that right? Whatever. Fine. Yes, that's right. I haven't eaten in 400 years. Darn, I need to eat something. I need food. Got you. Huh? Oh dear, that's most unfortunate. Stop it! Help! Oh dear. Delicious. I'm not gonna get to read all of the stuff in the cutscenes as efficiently as I'd like, but it'll do. I hope. There's the glorious skies. I love the visuals of this game. I do. They're amazing. Hi, how are you today? Inception, it's already started. Come on, let's get going. It's already started. Let's go. What? Let's get going, okay. See, I told you should have hurried. I would have had my actual mother voice the mom in this, but she doesn't have she doesn't have enough of a role to really justify trying to do so. Even if it would have been cool. Come on, we're late. I'm a staff member this year, so I have to go. Sorry. Oh, she left you. Inception, hurry up. How blunt, Mom. Oh, she left you. My hat? That's right, I got a fucking hat. Fear me and my hat. Can't touch my hat, not my hat. Funk you in your head with my hat. What? Still a good song. Not one of my favorites, but you can hear a lot of good music through this game. Oh, and something to note is I'm playing on an emulator. I own the disc, I just don't have a capture card. Therefore, I am using an emulator for purposes of showing you the game. It works mostly fine, aside from an occasional graphical hiccup now and then, but nothing like impeding the flow of the game or anything. Like, see that was it. Here we go. It's to note that the after image effect you're gonna see is actually intentional. Look at these insects squirm about like worms. Do it. That's actually intentional. Don't worry. Everything's going to hell! I knew I should have got insurance! I don't know. Don't ask me, okay? I just say the stuff. I don't think about it beforehand. Oh no! Inception! Oh no! Well, game over. Sorry, guys. That's it. That's the whole game. Even he's like, seriously, man? Okay, nah. This is my third favorite song. It's called Open Your Eyes. Hi there. Can you hear me? Open your eyes. There we go, that's the voice. Wake up. I am the Fairy King. I am the entity that unites all of nature's spirits. Listen well, young one. Something bad has happened. Men, blinded by greed, have revived the Dark Genie. This Dark Genie is terribly powerful. Its power is so great that it could destroy the entire world. You saw it. Your own village being destroyed right before your eyes. Not just your village. In a flash, many villages and towns were destroyed. In one night, half of your world was annihilated. It must be the men from the east that performed the resurrection ceremony. Probably thinking to use its black demon power for war, without realizing how frightening it is. It is darkness, pure darkness itself. Long ago, the so-called Dark Genie almost destroyed the entire world. Its malevolence is that great. The bad thing is that it's the same type of magical power as us, as we use. Is that it has the same kind of magical power as us. Spirits. It's an old man, I can imagine him misspeaking. Unfortunately, we aren't powerful enough to destroy it. Young man. I just keep swapping his voice. Young man. I see that you have a strong will that could withstand the evil power, and has a clear, kind heart. And also a clear, kind heart. I cannot speak today. I've literally done 2 recordings of this, and I keep failing. You might be able to fight against the darkness it generates. I've decided to stake our fate on you. Let me bless you with power. Achoo! You have been blessed with power. There. Surprised? It's called Atlamilia. It's a stone with a magical power. Oh, don't look that way, boy. I'll explain now. It might get too bright for your eyes for a moment. Or keep yawning. Do you know where this is? This is no simple empty lot. This was your village. But do not lose heart. As long as you have that stone, you can return it to its original form. You see, just before the village was destroyed by that genie, I saved the buildings and people by sealing them into spheres called Atla. It seems that those Atla were scattered all around by its tremendous power. They were probably blown to different places around the world. It probably thinks everyone is destroyed. You must restore the world before it realizes what happened. Absorb that in which I sealed an Atla. Use the Atlamilia and bring them back. Then you'll be able to restore the world to its original form. You may even be able to create a better world than before. Damn right I will. You don't seem to understand anything I'm saying. Oh well, I'll give you another lesson when you acquire some Atla. So long! And don't break my stuff! Zordon gets pissed because you break his stuff. Inception. Can you hear them? You should be able to hear them. Voices of the wind. Voices of the trees. Voices of the animals. And the voices of Earth. They're all calling for your help. Inception. You will probably meet and say goodbye to many people. In talking to these people, you may receive clues to defeating the darkness. Look for them. Now, Inception, your adventure will begin. First, let's go to the village chief's house. Sorry about that yawn. He'll show you where to go next. Yeah. Norune village. Norune? Norune? Naruni? I've always said Norune, so I'm gonna go with Norune. Norune? Norune? Rune? I don't know. This guy's voice hurt me last time. Inception. You're still alive. So I do the same voice anyway, knowing it's gonna hurt. Seems like we're the only ones in the village that survived. We never dreamed that this would happen. One night, and our village is gone. Can you believe this, Inception? I feel so helpless. I, the mayor of the village, couldn't do anything about it. What am I supposed to do? I guess the only thing we can do is to get help from the guardian of Norune village, Dran. Dran will not abandon us. He'll help us for sure. I have a favor to ask, Inception. Go to the Divine Beast Cave and tell Dran what happened. Divine Beast Cave is the cave outside towards your right-hand side. You've probably seen it before. I may be imagining things, but I sense that it has changed. Something has changed about the cave. Be careful. This is the key cave. The key cave. The cave key. I put the things you might need in your bag for you. Don't get carried away. If you get in trouble in there, come back here. I'll get you more supplies. Good luck. Thank you. Now, as to not spoil things, I'm just gonna walk on over. I've been wanting to record this game for longer than I've had a channel. Simply because I've always loved it. I've gone through like 4 copies of this game. Simply because of how much I've overplayed it. It's just amazing to me. And yes, I'm going to keep saying that. I'm sorry. But, don't worry, it will get less and less frequent. Basement floor 1. It's you. It's for real this I'm sorry. It's for real this time, Inception. No, what was his voice? I already forgot it. It's for real this time, Inception. From here on out, you'll be put to test. There we go. First, conquer this wretched divine beast's cave and find Drain's lair. Dran's lair. Drain? Dran? I don't fucking know, okay? That's your first goal. Since you're a beginner, I'll give you a lesson on how to fight in the dungeon. First, to advance to the next floor in a dungeon, acquire a gate key for the door leading to the next floor. Each dungeon has a different gate key. For the Divine Beast Cave, Dran's Quest. Fuck it. Okay? I tried saying Dran to be cool, but no, Dran will be the gate key. The gate key is almost always occupied by a monster. You know what? Whatever. You may defeat the monster to acquire the gate key. Since you can't tell which one has the key, you just have to defeat them all one by one. Next, I'll tell you about how to return to ground level rather than advancing the floor below. To return to ground level, yawn, bad time. Mind connect with me. In other words, speak with your mind. When you do this, I will transport you to the ground floor. Just select Leave Dungeon from the main menu. But be aware, if there are monsters left on the floor, your mind connect won't work. It will be blocked by the evil energies. In such cases, use the item Escape Powder to get out on your own. The Norune Village Chief has lots of it, so you should be able to get it before you go. You can also mind connect with me when you go through the gate to the next floor of a dungeon. When you re-enter the dungeon, you can start at the next floor, so you don't have to worry about losing progress. Next, onto weapons. Be aware that weapons are breakable. The more you use a weapon, the more it wears, and finally it breaks. Sorry? Broken weapons will disappear. To prevent weapons from breaking, use the item Repair Powder. It will restore their WHP. The longer you use a weapon by repairing, the more magic it absorbs from monsters, and thus becomes stronger. It's said that when a weapon reaches its full strength, it can change to a more powerful form. Keep that in mind. While I cast a special spell on your dagger you have on you, so it'll never disappear. But all the new weapons you will get during the quest will disappear once they break, so be careful. Don't waste your hard work by letting a weapon break and disappear. Finally, the important stuff. The sphere, Atla, where I protected the sealed the fragments of the world. I'm sorry I'm sucking at speaking right now. If you see an Atla, don't hesitate to touch it. You can absorb the contents of an Atla into the Atlamilia by touching it. When you return to the surface, you'll be able to begin reassembling these fragments of the world. Oops, today's lesson ran a bit long. That's it for the lecture today. Now, Inception, show me your true ability on this quest. His voice changed like 8 times. One sec. Gonna get a drink of tea. Alright, oh dear. My tea almost fell. Would have been awful. Been tea everywhere, and it's a wood floor. Anyway, there are 3 bars, first and foremost. The top left, well, on the top left of the screen, there are 3 bars. There is the bar of the heart by it, that's your HP, kind of self-explanatory. Below it is the WHP, which is the same thing as your HP, only for your weapon. As it goes down, the weapon's closer to breaking. If it hits 0, the weapon breaks. The thing below that is your water supply. If you stay in dungeons too long, your water will decrease. And as it decreases, it'll give you a warning. If it completely drains, you will start losing HP, slowly but surely. I think it's 1 HP every, few seconds. Regardless. In the middle, these little boxes. These boxes are used in order to, quick select items, which you use via square. I'll show you when I get there. First enemies. Die! Re-die. Undie? What is the proper termage for when a skeleton needs to die? These are bats. They suck. Those bastards are giving me more trouble than any other enemy in this game. Fence. I got a fence, and guess what it's made of? Sorry, I just finished rewatching the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and it was an interesting time. This is the entrance to the back floor. I'll explain what the back floor does when we can access it, which will vary on a instance-by-instance basis. I very rarely get to go to the back floor in this specific dungeon, simply because, no, you asshole! Simply because you don't get it very often. It's actually an item you can collect in any floor of this dungeon, so it's something to keep in mind. How about we go talk about weapons? Weapons have 4 main stats: attack, endurance, speed, and MP. There are 5 attributes as well. Fire, which is for fire-based enemies, well, enemies weak to fire. Ice for enemies weak to ice. Thunder for enemies weak to electricity. Wind for enemies weak to wind. And holy for enemies who are dark or undead in origin. There's other things too, but I will get to them as needed. And yes, we run a little bit slow in the dungeons, but don't worry. We will actually be able to get an item pretty soon that lets us run faster. We meet again, my mortal enemy. Ha! Got your ass. I got the thing too. I got the thing. I got the thing. No, you can't have it. I gotta heal my weapon. Go here and repair. There we go. I just don't want my weapon to break already, because if it breaks, the dagger specifically won't, will still be usable, but it's still only, it, will only do 1 HP of damage from each hit, which makes things take a lot longer than one would hope. Well, I have to go into the menu anyway, so. And upgrade. Now, we have a dagger +1. All of our stats have went up by 1, except for something I haven't gone over, as well as the elemental stats. Those have not gone up either. The bone key, that's needed for something up at the midpoint of the thing. Oh, that's actually the oil. Sweet, we need that. Oh, that's actually the backstage key. Over here, well, I don't know if you can... There we go, now you can see it. This is the backstage, as I said. This is what the key is for. Move that out of the way. That way you don't have just a mouse sitting there. We'll go to the backstage, I guess. Wrong one. During a time when we don't have other things to go over or worry about, okay? Try not to overwhelm or over-explain everything. I have a feeling I know what that last one is. That was the map. It lets you see an outline of the map before you go in there. before you go across all of it. It's only really helpful if you get it early on. But even then, it's kind of meh. Back! Die, you son of a bitch! Bastard. Give me my bread. Hate it here. I killed him by accident! How often can you say? Oh my god. Imagine going into Reaper being like, what was my cause of death? Accident. Just for a bat. That was amazing. That was epic. Just epic. Oh, and as you can tell, this is gonna be a longer episode simply so I can get some stuff out of the way. Get some actual gameplay in both forms. I'm gonna try to balance out how much time I'm above ground and how much time I'm below ground. Leave dungeon temporarily, so we can get to the next section. Oh. Whoa! Back hurts. It seems like you've finally come back with some Atla. Very well. I shall teach you as I promised. The pieces sealed inside Atla are released by touching the Atla with your left hand where the Atlamilia resides. Buildings and other people. Buildings and other people. I got most of it. Buildings and people that were sucked into the Atlamilia will be restored to their original form. Once you bring them back to the ground level, you can rearrange them as you wish. By going back and forth between the dungeon and ground level, you can restore the Earth to its original form. That's your mission. The one who was granted the power of Atlamilia. Now, let us move on. This may get a bit technical. If you wanted to place buildings, etc., press the select button for walking to go to edit mode. Press the select button again and return to walking mode. In edit mode, you can reassemble buildings that have fallen apart and place them on the ground. Seeing is believing. Try it yourself. Must be faster than listening to my lecture. Yeah. Oh yes, and if you ever forget things I teach you, use this. Manual. It's a guide for using Atlamilia and other things. I wrote it for beginners like you. Manual can be selected from the main menu. Read it carefully. Okay, I leave this world's reconstruction to you. I'll be watching, ha ha ha. So long. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Okay. Yes. This is what I didn't want to spoil earlier. Right. You have to hit triangle in this game. Here we go, some... nice road. Have a nice river. Even some trees. There we go, it's already looking better, huh? And this is Macho. He owns the house, apparently. Bread. Oh, something I haven't mentioned yet. Before we go and talk to him, let's go back to the mayor, because I think I forgot something in his house. is that the dungeons are actually randomized each time you go to them. Most floors, anyway. I always try to make sure I have my dagger. Well, I always try to make sure I have at least one bag of repair powder, regardless of what happens. Hi, Prickly. And yeah, you're gonna want to check buildings every now and then because of those chests you saw me pick up over here. Those little orange ones. Yeah, they appear one at any time, but a lot of the time after time but stop and think. But as time passes, a lot of them will start showing up. So you want to make sure you get them all. The fuck did you go, man? Asshole. Really missed you, man. If you see my big bro, tell him you didn't see me, okay? I'm counting on you. How should I rebuild Norune? Finding is what a man should live for. It's a basic fact of life, right? Ask my big bro. Look, don't forget to expand my room and the barbell. Put that outside. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. What do you think of Dark Cloud so far? I hope you at least are interested enough to watch the next episode, because as we go, it'll get less explanation heavy, and get more interesting, I promise. Anyway, as the sun sets in the east, I think. There's no north and south in this, so I don't know. I tell you, have a good night, have a good day, but whatever you do, have a great time. Good night, everybody.